Hi, this is James Shug with Westpac London's end of day report for Tuesday, March the 12th. Well, we saw a bit of a correction in some equity markets today after the decent rally that we've seen. Some of these markets have been hitting 5 or 6 year highs. There was some economic news today. Small business optimism in the US, as reported by the National Federation of Independent Businesses. It rose from 88.9 to 90.3 in February. That's its third straight gain. And one of the components that we watch is the intentions to hire component. It posted a further rise. It looks like small businesses seem to be getting into grips with the lack of progress in Washington in terms of budget and deficit negotiations. There was a steep fall in that index late last year. It hasn't been fully recovered yet, but it has risen for some months in a row now. In the UK, we saw industrial production fall very sharply, 1.2% in January. It was weighed down by the cut-off of oil supply from one particular oil rig out in the North Sea, but also the factory output numbers were down 1.5% in the month, and also exports down 3.5% in January. So despite weaker sterling, there's no evidence yet that that's feeding through into benefits for the factory and exporting sectors. That was pretty much it in terms of the main news today. Markets, I'll give you some numbers. At the close, the FTSE up 0.1%, French market up 0.1%, Germans down 1/4%, Spain down 1/4%, and the Italians down 0.4%. And the Dow at the moment, it's after 7 o'clock in London, the Dow's just down 0.02%. It's at 14,444. Okay. Commodity markets, a bit of a mix there, but the ones I'm going to tell you are oil up 0.5% at $92.51 a barrel. Copper prices up almost 1% today. Gold's up 1% at $1,592. The Aussie dollar is at just over 1.03 against the US dollar. It's been rising. And we've got Westpac Melbourne Institute Consumer Sentiment for March coming up later today in Australia. And then the Aussie jobs numbers actually on Thursday. I won't be around for either of them. I've got a work trip into the continent, so I'll be back Friday with the next end of day report. Sorry for the brevity and the slightly peed off mood, but that's nothing to do with you, the listeners. Okay, speak to you soon.